Hello and welcome back. Today I'm gonna share something interesting with you all. So, let's talk about what I've been doing today so far. So today, Wednesday, it's grocery shopping day for me. This is when I go to the grocery store and pick up my things. Let's see, what amazing food am I going to be making? So I got stuff for, I love Indian food, so we're making some Indian curry dishes over the next, I usually do that for like the weekend. That's usually like a weekend type of meal that I do. During the week, I usually do other types of meals, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff for that. Um, Also got this artichoke bruschetta, which they don't carry the olive bruschetta that I like anymore. Gonna need a special order that, but um, the I got the other bruschetta, the artichoke bruschetta, and I'll be using that. I don't normally eat much bread either, so it's pretty rare that I actually buy bread and use that. But yeah, um, and then for my lunch today, I did pot stickers, scallion pancake, carrot, big old carrot. I steam it, and then I dip the scallion pancake and the pot stickers in a mixture of soy sauce and sesame oil. And then I have kimchi on the side, and that's always very good. And I put sesame seeds on top of everything, and that's really good. So that's pretty much what I've eaten so far. It was very, very filling. Oh my gosh, very, very filling. So yeah, I'm quite full. So what I actually want to talk about today, also, because I've been working, it is afternoon time here, so the day's not over yet, but I'm going to be working on all the projects. I've mostly had an inspiration to start kind of working on a video here about mental health related things due to, well, a company that reached out to me. I'm not going to expose too many things just yet, but oh gosh. So they've reached out to me many, many times, and I keep declining their offer. So I'm like, I'm gonna make a video about you. Not really specifically about it, but to mention the company in there. That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, mental health related thing, and then I've been working on that a bit, and then I'm also doing I need to do add the game albums into the site, the data entry stuff, which I'm kind of that's not my favorite thing to do. It's very tedious. Ugh. But anyway, so I actually want to talk a bit about finances here. So stocks. How many of you invest in the stock market here? So this is something that I've really gotten into since, let me see when I first started. June. Only 3 months. Yeah, 3.5 months. It was at the beginning of June. So it's amazing. Okay, so I had heard about it because there was someone who had mentioned to me about that they were investing in stocks. I'm like, oh, I don't know anything about that. I don't know how to do that at all. I don't know anything about that. Um, and they mentioned it to me, and they mentioned a website that I should check out, and I checked it out, and it was interesting. But then I found another one that I personally like better. The first one that people mentioned was a very, very popular one, probably the most popular one, which is called Robinhood. That one I do have an account with, but um, the problem with it is that you have to invest in the full stock. So if you want to get into stuff that's like really expensive, such as Amazon, that's like $1,600, or maybe it's only 1,200. I don't know the exact price, but it is pretty expensive. Okay, you have to buy a full share of it, and if you want to buy more, you got to buy another share. Okay, so I'm like, I'm not about to invest over $1,000 into Amazon stock. Okay, I'm not doing that. So M1 Finance is different because you can do partial shares. Okay, so if you want to, what you do is you create a portfolio that has to equal up to 100%, and then you allocate the percentages to the various companies you want to invest in. And these can be companies that offer dividends or no dividends, or real estate, technology companies. Vanguard is also a good one. I have a variety of different things, and doing trying to get the dividend up there. So since June, and I can just refresh the page to see what it is right now. I've had huge success with Beyond Meat. That was like the number one thing I wanted to invest in. Unfortunately, I started investing in it a month after it came out. And by that point, it was close to like $100 at that point. It was probably a little bit under. It was a shame because it started at like less than half of that price or something. So it was pretty low. And I invested a decent amount into them. And oh my gosh, that's where I've had my biggest profit. They don't offer any dividends, unfortunately. But, whoa. Okay, I mean, I was up, let's say, just now, I'm only up 1% with them with my investment. But at one point, I was up like 20-30% with them, because if I invested in them when they were under 100, and at one point they had reached over 200, so they more than doubled. And that was amazing. That was like, whoa. I mean, it has gone down. Like if I look, let's see, BYND. So if I look now, their stock is $154 a share. And if I look at one point it was up $234. Okay, so I invested them in June when it was about. Okay, I invested in them literally when it was just under $100. I'm looking here. It was like $99. And they started at, according to this, $65. It was usually as introductory is even less, but shortly after I invested, it skyrocketed up to $170. Right after I invested, I'm like, oh my gosh. So right now it's currently at $160. Well, I'm sorry, $154. So they have been the one of the biggest there. Well, they were initially. Now it's mostly the Vanguard stock, mostly because the dividends are coming in. So when you have a dividend, it depends on how much money you invest in there. So let me take my biggest one here, VCIT. That dividend is 3.44. So if I put $1,000 in there, well, let's say if I put $100 in there, let's make it simpler. I'll get $3.44. $1,000 would be $34 a year. Okay, so you divide it by a year. If they pay out quarterly or monthly, usually it's quarterly. Some are monthly, so it's just a lot of fun. It really is. Right now, my biggest downer has been Canopy Growth Corporation, which is a cannabis company in Canada. The reason why they're doing so bad, they weren't doing bad initially. When I invested in them, they were actually pretty good as well. They were like as much as Beyond Meat. Well, actually, less than Beyond Meat. Sorry, they weren't as good as Beyond Meat. They were. I owned more of them because their stock is cheaper, but yeah, I was doing pretty good. But then they had a huge plunge, so I ended up. The gain now, that my return with them is negative 36% of what I've invested. So if I invest $100, then I've lost like $30, well $36. But that's just that company. I have tons of other companies here. Zoom is also another one that's not doing the greatest. I've always been pretty much negative with them. Microsoft is usually pretty good. I have some other ones in here, such as Walmart is also pretty good. Apple's very, very good. Microsoft it's not as good as Apple. Apple is actually pretty good here. So I do highly recommend this. What you need to do, and I do have a special link for you in the description, automasfidel.com/go/M1finance if you want to check it out. This will allow you to get $10 into your portfolio to start you off with. You do need to fund your account, so you do need to, they require $100 to be put into your account to fund it. That's what I started with. I just started with $100. I put in there for a little bit, and then I drastically started increasing more money into the portfolio here, and it's doing pretty well. So if you want to try it out and get $10, that's the link in the description for you to check out. It is really, really cool and exciting, and you don't even have to have much knowledge. Just kind of go on there. They kind of show you some of the popular ones, and not only that, they even give you pre-made portfolios and pies to fund your to actually build your accounts. That's actually one of the things that I added on. I added on moderately aggressive, and that's actually one of the ones that's helping me out the most right now. It's, that one, for the most part, it's usually always positive unless the stock market has a huge decline. But it also is pretty good with the dividends as well. I can't quite see. Okay, the dividends, I don't have a percentage, but it's up, almost 3% of my initial investment. It's not as good as some of the other ones. Like, I have created my own set of companies here and stuff like that, but you have other ones. If you want to be safe, there are safe ones. Safe ones won't make you as much money as aggressive ones, but I chose kind of moderately aggressive, so it's a bit aggressive, but it's also a little bit safe too. So, and it is all updated in real time. You could refresh the page, and there you go. It just changed again. Okay, so yeah, feel free to check it out. You can get $10 into your account. Free $10. How are you going to pass that up? If you use the link below and you sign up and you fund your account and set it up. Okay? So, if you use that, let me know. Because I'm very curious. As I said, I've tried the other ones before. I've looked into them, but they didn't really cut it because you couldn't buy fractional shares. This one you can. So if you want to buy a little bit of Amazon, you can do it without spending over $1,000. If you want to invest $10 in Amazon, you can do it. Invest that $10 you get for free into there. Whatever you want to do. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. So you all take care, and I will catch you all later tomorrow. I'm going to get back to work here. I have a lot of other work to do, albums and stuff like that. So, yep, you take care. Let me know. Bye-bye.